Hey guys, what is going on? We are back, kind of another skeleton crew. So myself, we got Willis, we got Moose, we are here. Mike is on vacation. We will see him hopefully soon.
No, he's not on vacation yet.
Yeah, he's still trying to get to vacation.
He's still trying to get to vacation. I feel bad for my boy.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's been doing any traveling lately, but there's been a lot of delays, canceled flights. Prices of flights are like doubling and tripling. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's super
wild.
crazy.
I'm not going anywhere for a while.
I just book in advance. I'm one of those guys. I got to plan it well.
I normally do, but
Yeah, or use points. You
Or
got
use
some extra points, you know.
I guess I could do that.
They're probably
Spend up
scheming
them
on the
points.
points too.
I got the Bonvoy card. I got a couple other things.
Yeah.
Apple card giving me some points, some cash back.
There you go.
But yeah, man, hopefully you guys, 4th of July's were all safe. You didn't get into too much trouble. Hopefully you didn't lose a finger.
Yeah. No. Put in reverse Terry.
I was just about to go there.
Oh my God.
Put it in reverse, Terry. I saw one with a dude. He had like two smaller legs. I don't think he was an amputee, but he just had like stubs for legs. But he had feet, but they were tiny, right? And so he lit a firework. And he jumped out of his wheelchair and ran away.
What?
50
I
Cent retweeted it, or he put it on his IG. So
Did I see? I
50.
think I seen yesterday. There is a put it in reverse Terry firework now.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw that. Oh my goodness.
He's got his
man.
own firework.
Got his own fireworks. That's crazy.
Oh my God! I threw a pork butt on the smoker. It came out real good. Willis, you got some of that?
Yeah. No. That, like no sauce needed.
I think I allegedly got some of that.
No, you definitely got some of that.
Dude, Moose was like, he made his sandwich. He took a bite, got more of the pork.
I was pouring it on there like sauce. Like each bite, I was just like grabbing a fork and
each
just
bite with more.
Wow. Like less bread, more meat. I would have literally just ate it with a fork.
This dude is he definitely got the chef's hat.
We doing it, man.
Yeah.
New smoker on the way.
Ooh, what you getting?
I don't know. I got my mind made up between either an offset, like a really nice offset smoker, or a Green Mountain Grills, another pellet.
So we're going what? Like that's traditional versus
New age, basically.
like techie.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna go with the tech. Watch.
That's what I want, man. You got apps. You
got
tells you when
apps.
this stuff is done. It
You got cordless temperature
You know what I'm
control.
started up on its own.
But there's something about, there's something relaxing about sitting out there, babying the fire, throwing the wood in there as you need it, controlling having complete control over every aspect of your fire. There's something about that.
It's that inner animal instinct.
Exactly.
It's part of the art of barbecuing, right?
Exactly. So, you just want to be outside. You can be there the whole time. But winter is coming, and I already know. I can be like, I can just control this from the phone without going outside.
It's 110 degrees out. This guy's talking about winter's
I
coming.
know, right? You got a couple months, brother.
Take your time, bro. Slow down with that.
I know it is hot outside. But also being 110 degrees and sitting by like a 300-degree fire,
Not the
it's
move.
kind of not it either.
Yeah.
Better get the tech. Go with the tech.
You get better flavor out of an offset, though. But here, no there. New one's on the way. We're going to do some things. Moose is trying to get me to do a food truck. We'll see what happens.
Oh.
He might have to be the financier of it, but,
I'm going in.
I'll be the fire stoker.
all
I already
in.
told you that I'm chopping wood.
See, but if I have to get the offset. If I do the pellet, you may have to just refill it.
I mean, you do a truck, you gonna need more than that little pellet grill. Man.
You can do 6 briskets on this thing at once, my boy.
All right.
I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
That might just be enough for us.
Right, literally.
All types of seasons. I have to get back to making my own ropes. Can't get them from my Connect anymore. But that's all right.
So, real quick, just to let you guys know, I don't know if you guys are new to the channel. If you are, welcome to Soul Status Sneakers channel. This is actually the first time that we're shooting in the old school. Like if you've watched some of our old podcasts from back at the old store, we would shoot with the store backdrop, like of the actual shoes, like the length of the store. So this is what you're looking at here is about half of the store,
literally half.
Literally
of the
half.
store.
Well, not even half the store if you include like the back of the store and storage and all that. But you're looking at the shoe side of the store. Behind us is our backdrop, and that is not a fake backdrop. These are actual shoes organized by size. Soul Status Sneakers, Franklin Park Mall. We've been here since October, and
At this location.
at this location since October. So
And already outgrown.
yeah, already outgrowing, already looking for the next store. And but yeah, here on the podcast, as some of you know who tune in every week, we give away $40 to one commenter on the comment section who answers a question that we asked from the previous podcast. What was the question that we asked in the previous podcast?
What is the shoe that we're most looking forward to for Yeezy Day in August?
So obviously Yeezy Day is coming up in August. Well, allegedly, yeah, it probably is. Oh, they're always, Yeezy's just
It could be any
producing.
day. Tomorrow could be Yeezy Day for all we know.
Yeah, it could be. So there's one shoe in particular that we were all looking forward to, and that answer to that question was
Turtle Doves.
there you go.
Turtle does.
All right. So if you answer that question correctly in the comments below on our last video, then you get entered in for that $40 gift card. I think as of the recording of this video, which is Tuesday, July the 5th,
7522.
we only had 2 commenters.
You guys were lacking this week.
Lacking, man. It's $40.
I know it's the holiday. Still lacking.
Yeah. It's an easy $40, brother.
Sleep on the money.
So who do we got? Who ended up commenting correctly?
We got Hayden Meek and we got Brandon. So we got the 2. I didn't even throw them in the wheel yet. Give me 1 second.
So obviously Hayden Meek.
Every week.
Yeah, every week
He's
he's
a regular
commenting.
OG.
He's won multiple times.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
Just hanging out with us for about a half an hour once a week.
Said this is on Friday. He drives like a distance. So on Fridays, once it drops, this is what he listens to.
Awesome.
So that's
Good
why
for
he's
him.
there.
No, we
every time.
appreciate you. Absolutely.
All right, so we got Brandon, we got Hayden Meek. We're gonna hit the spin button. Oh, we got the. Wow, Brandon just edged it out.
Wow. Congratulations, Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon. But Brandon actually had a special request.
Oh, really?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pull it back up. Turn that thing down so we ain't gotta listen to me talk.
Oh, I think I did read this comment.
Yeah, it was a good comment. Also, while I'm looking at this, if you guys haven't watched it yet, the Aaron Donald video dropped a couple of days ago.
Watch that.
So go check that out. Also, today, on the 5th, you, Mike, and Jared had a video that dropped today, which is actually pretty cool. He put together a fit in like 60 seconds with with a crazy pair of Jordan 34s.
Coloring book 34s, I think they're
Yeah.
called.
Oh, no.
Wow, dude.
Big trash.
I mean,
Oh, no.
The name says it all.
Yeah, so
we didn't buy that shoe.
it was a it was an MB.
No, that's one of our.
That was either an MB or that was a consignment
yeah,
shoe.
it's one of our consignment
I
shoes.
got you.
MB wouldn't surprise me, though.
But Brandon says if he wins, pick another winner or give it to the kids.
Give it to the kids.
We're gonna
All
give
right.
it to the kids.
You know what? I'll tell you what. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go live on Instagram this week, and we'll do some kind of challenge or something in the store with some kids, and we'll give away that $40 or
$40 off a shoe or something.
or just $40.
Right.
How about $40 in ones? Out the money gun.
Out the money gun. Out the money
Make
gun.
it
Speaking
rain
of
on
guns,
kids.
where's the
Speaking of
Supreme gun?
It's in my truck. I've been doing drive-bys for the last couple of days.
This guy.
If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me right here at ecommoose on Instagram. I think I might have tagged the store and reposted it in the store story, but definitely, I think Kill Shot.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one.
I think
hit the
that one got
store.
reposted.
What's that spy? What is it called?
They're called Spyras.
Spyro.
So it's like a really cool
Futuristic.
electronic water gun company that got some kind of I want to say crowdfunding for their first model, which was I believe they call it the LX, and it basically it's just like a water gun that has batteries in it, so you don't pump it, but on the LX you pull the water up into it, and then the battery would just build up pressure inside the gun. And you could just you could fire it almost like a paintball gun, but it's just splashes of water, right? Well, they just came out with this one called the Spyra 2, and they happen to do a collab with Supreme, and they released a red one and a blue one. Just a big Supreme logo on the side of the red one. Came into the store. I think it was one of our regulars that sold it to us. Yeah, and that thing was out of the box in probably under a minute.
If that
Getting
box,
filled up
soon
with
as he
water.
walked in.
Watching that video of him catching Mike with it was hilarious.
Yeah, the face shot.
You may have to repost it while he's gone.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it like an actual post on my
You should.
on my page
You should.
or on the Soul Status page.
He caught him lacking.
But I'm actually considering ordering some of those to carry in store. You know, I mean, we sell like PlayStations and like other electronics that sell out really quick and are hard to get their hands on. Apparently, these Spira water guns are highly desirable. I ended up taking that Supreme one over to a good friend of mine, Seba's parents. They hold like a big 4th of July party every year. And I took it over there, and those kids went nuts. And all the parents were like, where can we get these? How do we get these? Show me where to order them. And I was trying to figure it out. And I'm like, well, turns out they're sold out everywhere. But, how we do at Soul Status,
Find a way.
Yeah, we obtain the
Specialize.
unobtainable.
Specialize in the unobtainable.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get some Spire water guns in here, and you guys can come and cop.
For sure.
I like it. I like it.
How was your guys' 4th?
It was fine. Mine was pretty relaxing. Like I said, I did that pork butt Thursday night to take Friday. Other than that, I was just kind of chilling. Like Friday, Monday, I barely left the house.
Yeah, I mean, well, the mall was open,
Yeah.
but we were not.
We was outside.
I mean, to be honest with you, like it was something that we considered both ways. We're like, should we open on the 4th of July? Shouldn't we open on the 4th of July? Being like in a space inside of a mall, as people who know, like if you're late, you get fined. If you're closed, you get fined. But at the end of the day, I think it was just really nice to be able to give everybody the opportunity to spend some time with their family or go. But you go golfing?
I didn't. It was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot.
It was so, dude. It was
Did you go
hot until
Sunday?
like midnight.
I did go Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep, I went Sunday. Didn't play too well.
No.
Yeah, man.
Practice links. Somebody find Chris the Kith putting pad.
I need the whole Kith tailor-made collab. As much as you can give me, I would probably buy. But yeah, Sunday was the last time I went golfing. Other than that, it was just hot. I wasn't too happy. I don't do good with the hot.
Spend some time with family on
Yeah,
Monday?
spend some time with family
Yeah.
outside in the heat, sweating my ass off,
Yeah.
drinking bourbon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and her dad drank a lot of my good stuff. Yeah, I wasn't too happy.
I did not drink any bourbon this weekend.
Really?
I switched up my drink for the weekend.
What are you drinking on?
A Paloma,
Oh,
What is that?
tequila,
I was going to say.
lime,
Okay.
Tahini.
and then like a grapefruit soda, like a squirt.
Ah,
Oh, that's not bad. I like
It
squirt.
was
Refreshing.
quite refreshing.
bet.
Especially when it was hot as hell outside. Oh, you know what? I did do something else on the smoker. I was at my buddy's house this weekend. We threw lamb chops, like racks of lamb on the smoker.
That's what they did at Sabas.
These things came out crazy.
Yeah, he sent me the
Yeah.
picture. I'm like salivating over it. I'm like, Jesus.
I should have sent you a picture after
I was
after
double
cut 'em.
fisting lamb chops. Just
That's what I was doing.
it's like literally one bite out of each one. Like,
Straight caveman style.
Yeah, I went nuts. Chef Ramsay would have been proud of me. I didn't screw up the lamb, so
it's an easy one to mess up.
it is. Hop into it.
Yeah, let's hop into some sneakers because that's obviously what brings us all together here at Soul
Always.
Status.
The
super
biggest
excited.
news of the week, at least that I saw, StockX laying off like a large part of their workforce last week, and this happened kind of like Tuesday. So after we recorded last week, that kind of hit the news cycle or the Twitter sphere or wherever you get your sneaker news, which I think is crazy because they're in their ongoing battle with Nike. Sneaker market kind of going up and down, more down than up at the moment, and
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything's really going up.
Right.
If I'm being
Yeah.
honest. I mean, I've seen like even like Grails just kind of
Dropping.
like tanking. Like people are kind of liquidating their collections. Let's just get right into it and just ask, like, what do you guys think is going to happen over the course of the next, let's say, year or a couple years as this recession continues to affect people, in our country, all over the world.
So the price of everything's going up, right?
Well, kind of. It's like our spending power is going down is what's really
Correct.
happening.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Our dollar isn't going as far.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything's going up. Gas is crazy right now in this country.
Gas, food.
Food is going up. People are spending less on recreational things, sneakers, clothes, trips, things of that nature. I think we're going to see the brunt of that. Yeah, people aren't going to be buying as many sneakers. These things are going to drop in value a little bit. But I still think it's that barrier of what people think are cool. Like, I don't think the market's just going to completely go away. The bubble isn't bursting. These aren't homes.
Right.
It's just people aren't going to be making the same kind of money they were last year before.
Well, so like I was in the sneaker game before.
Correct.
Before COVID, the Last Dance, all this. So like I had a store before then, and what we used to do was we used to be able to like go to, for example, like let's say like a Jordan 1 like in Heritage, right? Like these Heritages are probably, if not already, sitting in outlets.
Right.
Okay, so you could go to an outlet back in the day. You used to be able to buy Dunks, Jordan 1s, just anything that didn't fully sell out in the store, and you could buy it for anywhere between 60% all the way down to like 30%, 20% of retail, right? And you'd be able to resell them on other platforms like eBay and as far back as Craigslist, or Facebook Marketplace now. And there's so many different platforms you could sell on. I think a lot of these shoes that are not selling out right now are not selling out because they're trash. But I also think that there's some like pretty decent shoes that are just not selling out because people just aren't out there buying every release because they don't just have all this expendable income, right?
Right.
But like, there's obviously going to be shoes that are going to sell out and are going to still have resale. We're like turtle doves are not going to sit.
No,
You
these
know?
Travis are going to go crazy.
Travis's are
It's
still
going
going
to be
go crazy.
$1,000 shoe.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some cases. I mean, I've even seen like some of these Jordan 1 lows. Excuse me. It looks like they're going back towards like the OG Jordan 1 lows,
As
like
they
with
should.
with the
Colorways.
big swoosh,
Yep.
the colorways, the materials are real nice on them.
The
I think,
wings on top of on the back tab instead of lower.
yeah, and I think those are like going to be some. I think if you know what to look for, you still be able to do all right in terms of being a collector and or reseller. I think a lot of stores that are like let's say over leveraged are going to have some tough times coming ahead. I know there's like some stores out there that are opening a location every 24 days in a giant mall and signing long-term leases that are paying, they're going to pay $25,000 to $30,000 a month in rent. And I think that those are the guys that are going to have the biggest problems. I think the guys who grew organically and have supported like the local culture in whichever markets that they like are in, those people are going to be the ones that are going to be able to survive and maybe even thrive in a marketplace like that. Whereas, I mean, dude, like big companies are just closing stores everywhere right now and laying
for
people
sure.
off.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to know your market, and our market is so niche, right? And you got to be in the culture to know, like, especially in times like these, you got to know what's hot, what's going to sell, what's going to do long term. And some like those bigger guys, like you're talking about, they really don't. They're not into the culture like that, right? So they're just buying mass GRs, lows, and mids that are. I mean, yeah, they're kind of doing good now, but in the long term, they probably won't be doing. They're buying up a bunch of stuff that's already sitting on shelves that you can just go into the store and buy, and taking advantage of that naive customer or that customer that doesn't know.
And even then, those guys are only doing it because they're looking at historical data over the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Whereas when we were in Sylvania, I didn't buy and resell a single mid.
Right. Absolutely not.
There was tons of resellers that were, that was their whole game. And these local street, selling out of the trunk of their car resellers, those guys loved mids. And they loved that I didn't want them and I didn't touch them. I left them on the shelves for them because to me, I mean, I wasn't confident. I mean, sure, maybe there was like some colors that were like a women's mid that I thought was, I bought like some of those, but even then I didn't, I didn't go and buy up all of them. It was like something that I would carry that was a cheap entry level shoe for a sneakerhead for like, let's say like a high school or college age girl who never watched Michael play, didn't really care about Jordans, but thought the colors were cute and was like, yeah, okay, this is how I get into the sneaker game. And now I think mids are still kind of that
I still
in
think
certain,
mids are an entry
in some.
for like kids,
Yeah.
girls, and I mean even like guys. Who,
Guys wear them too.
Yeah, guys wear them too, but that's a lot of times they're like it's my first Jordan.
Right, but
Not
yeah,
my
that
first
that
Jordan.
customer exactly, that customer that would spend that money on that mid, that less sought after shoe that you can kind of just still sitting in some malls, right? That customer who's now in a position where okay, gas is up or this is up or this is up, they're going to make the choice to pay their other endeavors and stuff like that, then go buy that mid, right? So that market's going to shrink. So if you bought a ton of mids, dude, or lows, or just stuff that's not really like super hyped, collabed, really sought after, those people are gonna, kind of suffer. I feel.
I'll tell you what, those bleach coral lows are fire though.
I'm not a fan.
I like them a lot.
I want to see him in hand.
I like them a lot. I think
They already came out. They're called the Crimson Tints.
I know, and I had those too, and I sold them. But those low, something about the low one. It's just that one. It's perfect for the summer. And I wear a lot of pink, so
I guess.
I'm here for it.
It actually does match that one shirt.
Yeah.
No, really.
That Soul Status shirt
does.
behind us, that coral one.
This year, 2022, kind of the year of the twos.
Oh, yeah,
you
for sure.
Go back a page. There's a collab that I think it just came out, or it's
Yeah, the
coming out.
two,
one right
That
here.
Nina
three.
Chanel.
What's it called?
This one
Nina
right here.
Chanel ones that just came out. Those are
This
that's
is the
dope,
218.
too.
The 218.
The 218 Air Jordan Low. That's coming out soon.
These are gonna be hot, dude.
I think those are going to be. I think those are better than the other ones I was thinking of.
It's like a dress shoe almost.
Yeah, go back a page.
Or were you on
These.
these ones right here? Oh yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're highs, and these look so
There was a high
basic
and
to
a
me.
low.
Yeah, but they just look like, to me, they look kind of.
So the Nina Chanel ones, the high looks like just your regular two. She changed it up a little. She made it more plain, which I think is kind of a wave in 2022 with GPS fans. You know what I'm talking about. But she she stripped it down even further for an already pretty stripped down shoe, and then she made a low version that's green, which I don't like at all. But
To me,
the
it
high
looks like
one's
a Team Jordan 2.
First of all, they already did this. My Jordan historians know that they did the deconstructs, I think maybe like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
They had a minimalistic look. She biting. This is corny
I'm not a fan.
at
a fan?
all.
I'm not a
something-
fan. I
do
mean,
better.
I think to me, honestly, what these look like to me is like, you know how like you have all these people who are like bootlegging Jordan silhouettes.
Yeah, absolutely.
This looks like if you walk into Saks right now, right? It is a completely different store than it was 3 years ago in terms of their shoe selection, right? They're mostly sneakers. It used to be
for sure.
mostly like designer, like dress shoes, heels. You know, you'd
Boots
go
and
to
stuff,
YSL and they'd have like the the YSL heel that had YSL in the heel, and like that's like one of the most popular shoes, right? So you'd have all these big designer companies that were just doing high-end luxury, and then streetwear got introduced into that marketplace when you started having that cross-pollination of like Virgil coming over to Nike, and you'd have these like Louis Vuitton or Off-White kind of mashups. And now if you walk into Saks,
They got Sauconys on.
literally
dead ass.
LV's got dunks.
Right.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like literally half of the shoes in there look like Nikes or Adidas and even it's gone back the other way, I guess you could say, because like even like when we were talking about those New Balances, those new which ones are the pink ones, the ones that kind of look like
990s?
Balenciagas,
Oh, the Joe Fresh Goods.
the Joe Fresh Goods. They
Yeah,
kind
the
of have that.
9060s.
Yeah, they have like that giant big bottoms.
Soles.
Outsole, almost like a triple S. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So these kind of remind me of like if Soul Status was going to do a shoe and we wanted to like do a 2 instead of like doing like a dunk, like Nate's done dunks, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
Dopest Dom has done his own dunks, and I love those shoes. I think they're amazing. They're like Donnie,
Yeah.
he did the Jordan 1s.
Jordan 1.
This looks like something that we could do.
The lows almost look like
Looks like an
Stan
Alexander
Smiths.
Wayne, bro.
Dude, they look like just plain ass Stan Smiths. They're like the common Project Jordan 2. Like,
Boo boo.
yeah, I'm not.
It kind of reminds me of those off-white dunks, basically. You know what I'm
The
talking
rubber dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I mean like the off-white
the
shoe
off-white.
that looks like a dunk.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's kind of the lows look like, those green ones. But yeah, it does seem like 2s. I don't know. What material is that? It looks like a nubuck, maybe?
Just maybe a smooth leather.
Might just be a smooth leather.
Might be a smooth
The
leather.
tumbled on top.
Look, they're not the worst, but at 225,
Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah,
That's
They
a
could do
lot
better.
for me.
That's all I know.
I think I'm gonna wait on the
But those
the
218s, those are nuts. It's like a full new Bucky suede shoe with some other leather hits on it.
You got leather on the inside of the shoe. This reminds me of like when Jordan used to do
The premiums.
the premiums, and they come out, you know, like Aaron Donald bought those Don C2s.
The Don C's or like the bin collection when that
Yeah.
was coming out. Yeah, it's like super premium like that.
Yes.
No, for sure. Definitely know what you're talking about.
And the colors on these are just,
I mean, dude, that sock liner is crazy.
right.
you got these, what is that?
Like a bronze almost.
It almost reminds me of like Tiger Stone eyelets.
Almost like turtle dove.
Remember those stones? Remember
Yeah.
that place in the mall used to be where they used to sell you rocks?
or like Ray-Bans, the Ray-Ban frames that have that turquoise
Yep.
or not turquoise, but that brown swirl in it.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
Yeah, those are really, really cool. They got
tortoise
icy.
shell or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, whatever that.
Oh, yeah.
Icy
gum
bottoms.
Icy bottoms,
With the
And
different
blue
color.
and red on the other side.
Oof, those are kind of heat, bro.
chrome tip lace.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to. This is like some grown shit, though. This is something like I feel like you could wear with like khakis and a polo.
Yeah, like
You know?
those the bin twos were all leather, brown leather like these and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
what it reminds me of.
It's like makes me feel like kind of like, you know, throw some corduroy shorts and a Miami oversized collared shirt, half buttoned up, jump in a convertible and just roll down,
Got
you
some
know,
chain.
Rodeo.
You know
or
you're not
something.
hopping in a convertible. You gonna hop in a what's the car everybody's driving right now?
Oh, the slingshot?
Slingshot.
Slingshot, dude. Oh man, everybody got those things.
I pulled up next to a dude in a slingshot yesterday, and all I could do was laugh. He had it blaring too. Shout out to that dude. I wasn't even hating, but I was like, dude, how many of these have I seen on the roads?
Everybody got one.
I drove
Everybody
through the
got
hood
one. You know
watching
what's
the
crazy?
fireworks yesterday. It was cool.
For some of you guys who don't know, before Mike got into the shoe business, Mike used to be in the pizza business. Before that, he was in the electronics and cell phone business. But in between there, he opened a pizza place in the hood over off of like Detroit and Central. And
Really?
yeah, and it was called Little Nero's Pizza.
I know exactly. Yeah, I used to rock a Little Nero's. I know that was Mike.
That was Mike.
Right.
So Little Nero's, and we're talking, this is 2010-ish. 2010 to 2012, maybe, something like that in that era. They were the first ones to buy a slingshot, and they were delivering pizzas in the hood, in the slingshot. Everybody was going crazy. They would just literally order Nero's Pizza just to see it pull up and get delivered in the slingshot.
That's crazy. That's good marketing.
Now it's a wave. Now they're all over the place.
Y'all copping slingshots? Let me know. Maybe that should be the question this week. And just add whoever says yes or no. Oh my god! Shout out to slingshot owners though. I got a question.
What's
Have
up?
you seen the HBCU collection of dunks?
Ooh, yeah. I seen it.
So those North Carolina A&Ts,
Yeah, we
those are super hard. They have a Florida A&M one that's really, really dope.
Go Rattlers.
I mean, they're not an HBCU, but there's also a Miami Hurricanes one that's coming out, which is fire. But
These are
I
cool.
like. These I like the most, I think, the Alabama or North Carolina A&Ts.
These are very cool, but these are very specific.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
If you don't go to that school, you're probably not going to get them. Probably going to be super limited, too. They're probably
I'm
not
sure
gonna
they
make a ton of
will,
them.
but I would still go for these. I know you like the Florida A&M.
Yeah, I got to go with
ones.
the FAMU ones. I attended FAMU for a little bit, so I got to.
Oh, that hits close to home.
Yeah, man. Mom and pops worked there. Little brother went there for a little bit, too. Yeah, we was up in Tally.
I feel it. But yeah, be on the lookout for those. Check them all out. Tell us which ones you like the most. Yeah,
That's a FAMU's right there.
that FAMU was hard.
FAMU one's hard,
I mean, honestly, I feel like that one
for sure.
with the green, because you got the green swoosh. I mean,
Green
still-
swoosh, man. And it's like cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's definitely the better one, I think.
That's okay. You're allowed to be wrong.
I feel like this is safe.
for sure.
This is like anybody. I mean, if you change the laces out and just throw like some, you know, what my biggest problem is, and I've said it a bunch of times on here. I'll say it again. I don't like it when you mix white and cream, or or black and blue.
I got you. I'm with it though. Like I said, the Miami Hurricane ones are hard too, and this is coming from someone who rarely ever buys dunks. I don't know if I'm gonna go for those,
But that
I
was
do
like the
them.
team when we were kids.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Everybody was rocking. them.
Everybody.
What? I was rocking with Miami. I was a Miami fan.
I was a Buckeye fan. I like out the gate.
Man, Sean Taylor, you serious?
I didn't say I didn't appreciate them.
Bro, when they had like 11, the first 11 picks were fucking all Miami.
Yeah, that was dope. They also lost to these Buckeyes in national championship.
Oh, it
games.
was clearly cheating. You guys definitely paid them off because that's what y'all was doing back then.
Not the refs. And
Sweater vest, Trussell.
Miami almost got the death penalty for paying off players.
Bro, in the 80s, what are you talking about? Everybody was
Thank
paying
you.
players
And
back then.
I'm not even hating. I don't care that they got paid. I want them to get paid more. Well, they get in the bag now though.
Bro, y'all was cheating, bro.
They're doing a lot with these dunks right now. I mean, I'm just kind of scrolling down and looking at like what's what for
coming.
these dunks, and it just honestly,
They're the
Nike is
wave.
taking full advantage.
Ooh, Homer Simpson high top dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see what those lows are going for.
Yeah.
It's unattainable. I mean,
Oh, those
Arizona State.
Arizona States are hard.
Yeah, I think these reverse UNCs. Oh, hold on, lilac. Yeah, women will love that one. Hopefully, that's a women's shoe. But these reverse UNCs.
Those look okay.
It's like they're, I don't know.
Going to the well too many times.
Yeah,
Been a lot of UNC.
it's a lot of UNC going on.
These leather tongue gray ones are hard though.
Yeah, this right here. What is this? Leather tongue labels are patched onto this Nike Dunk low. What is this?
Ice bottoms.
I don't even know what this is called, but unreleased, no date.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot, but did you guys see that they're gonna do like 2 more off-white dunks, and one is gonna be a panda, and then one is gonna be something else?
No.
You didn't see that?
Sounds horrible.
I don't want that at all.
I heard that they're doing.
I do
2
want
more
that green
off-white
Air Force
dunks.
One though.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
In the meantime, Willis, I got a question for you. Only because was it yesterday, day before when I was in here, or it was obviously the day before because we were closed yesterday. You pulled out that Citrus 7.
Yeah. 2006 Citrus 7.
That thing even stay like apart? Like would it break apart when you walked in it?
I mean, if it was DS, it'd definitely probably crumble. But this one was used and it was like
It was pristine.
babied. I mean, suede on, or the nubuck on. I think it's suede. Suede on that thing is
Crazy.
butter.
They're going super cheap on StockX right now.
Yeah, so they're re-releasing, and right now on StockX, August 13th they're releasing, and then right now on StockX they're like roughly retail right now.
which is crazy.
So most likely, whoever knows how many they're going to make on release day, a little bit after, they're going to be, they're probably going to sit.
What is that's not like a Grail level shoe, but it's heat.
To some people like sevens. I love sevens. I like the Hirachi booty in the seven. That's when they first like started introducing that with the seven and then some of the Air Maxes and stuff like that. So I'm fond of sevens for that reason. Specifically, he won a championship in some sevens. So the Bugs Bunny commercial, that was kind of like one of the first shoes they started introducing the Looney Tunes and stuff like that. So I like sevens. I like the Citrus sevens. So
What is that level shoe that's not super expensive that you would just like cop right away, just because?
ask me one more time.
So like take that level of shoe, like a Citrus 7.
Okay.
Like I said, it's nobody's grail.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's like the Rick Ross of shoes. Like he's nobody's favorite.
Man, I like Red Ross.
But he
top
like
five.
that's a Rick Ross bar. Like I'm nobody's
Yeah.
favorite.
True.
That's a Rick Ross bar. What's like that level of shoe that you would cop like right away just because you saw it? That's not super expensive. Like mine would be like the Mocha 3 that I already have.
Oh, okay. I got you. I see
Where
what
it's
you're
not like a
saying.
grail, but it's heat no matter what.
Man, Cardinal sevens. If you want to stay in the sevens, I can go all day.
Like I'm wearing
I have to stay in a certain number.
No, it doesn't even have to be a Jordan. It can be any shoe.
Ceramic sevens.
Like
It's not like super heat.
I'm wearing infrared Air Max 90s today. Like they're going for about retail. I'd buy another pair tomorrow just because.
Nike Air Penny 1.
That just released on Friday.
Both home and away colorway. The white ones are crazy.
Man, I'd really have to think about that. That's like a really tough question for me.
Ceramic sevens. I don't know if I said that, but
You did say that. No like random Yeezy you would buy that's not super expensive or round-ish retail.
I mean, I've always been a fan of like SBs.
Yeah.
I think if I were to like buy like, see, that's the problem. Is everything that used to be nothing is something now.
yeah, in the SB world for sure.
Problem.
Olympic sevens. Raptor sevens.
Olympic 7s are way harder.
I mean, but Raptors are up there to me at least. I remember when Big Sean wore 'em in his
Yeah. Olympic 7s are
his
way
first one of his
crazy.
first videos.
I've always liked fours, but now fours are the wave.
That's pop.
I mean,
But like,
Fours
how
are
many
pop.
red
times?
4s are expensive.
How many times have either of you seen me wear Jordan 1s over the last 2 years when 1s were the wave?
Just see where mochas for real.
You wore those. You beat the you know what out of those ochres, especially at the old store.
Yeah, that's true. And those mochas was real recent. I feel like that was like kind of after it died down. They just came in, they were cheap. I just was like, let me just see. I got to fit.
Not
that
the
goes with
mochas,
this.
the ochres.
Yeah, no, the ochres.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's like a rare. I don't know. That's like kind of something a little different.
Those were special.
Those were special.
Those are special. But I mean, mochas are kind of coming down now, coming back to earth. Ugh. You want to talk about these?
I kind of just wanted to touch on it a little bit, just because I'm wondering. So Travis Scott, obviously, we talked about the one lows last week, right? Or
July
maybe a couple
21st.
weeks ago. Yeah. So those are coming out. Everybody's gonna be going for them. Is anybody paying attention to, like, it seems like there's a lot of cross-pollination. We were just talking about how when you walk into Saks, you're seeing shoes that are definitely, unarguably inspired by Nike shoes, Adidas shoes, like Travis Scott,
I know what you're about to
Cactus
say.
Jack, is coming out with a Dior shoe, right? The B713.
These shits look like Vans.
They look like some DCs or some Dunks or some kind of like skate shoes.
They look like
Like
Vans.
Osiris's, bro.
Osiris, yeah, they kind of give me those vibes.
From the top, they look
The
like
fat laces and everything.
Yeah, fat tongue, fat lace, skate shoe. You ain't never skated in your life.
Ever. You got Supreme decks with no trucks.
And I mean,
You can come pick one up from here though if you need
Facts, if
one.
you need some, we ain't got no wheels or decks or bearings, but you know,
I mean, do you think that these are even? Do you think they'll resell?
Yes,
for sure.
Do you think they'll resell at a high enough? Because you got to
No.
figure this is a Dior. Off the bat, this is going to be what, a $1,200 or $1,500 shoe.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It
Something
will.
like that?
It'll sell out. the crazy Travis stands maybe for it, but I mean, none of us are checking for this shoe. Like most people aren't checking for this shoe, but somebody will pay resale for it.
No, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna be limited, and that's gonna push the price up. So yeah, no,
Right.
for sure.
Like
how many Dior pieces do like anybody own?
I don't know.
It's like a big sneakerhead.
Oh, I'm sure there's some
I mean, like the Dior Jordan 1s.
that did a thing.
That was a huge thing.
Correct.
Crazy thing too. We had a fake pair coming to the store today.
No way.
Like a Myers shopping bag. He's like, "Yo, how much can I get for these?" I'm like,
Nothing.
"Nothing." He's like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Exactly what I said."
Hold on, I was here the
these
other
are
day.
Fugazis.
I was here maybe 3 days ago, and somebody came in with fake off-white Jordan 1 Chicago's.
Oh wow, whoa.
Remember?
Yeah.
You do remember?
Yep.
He pulled up and he was like, "Hey, what can I get for these?" And it wasn't even the right box, bro.
Not even the right box. This dude had no box. Yes, shopping bag, plastic.
Yeah, like where's the box, bro?
Like you keep $10,000 shoes in a plastic bag.
I don't know. To me, it's so embarrassing. Like, why would you even try? You got to be kind of desperate to try.
It couldn't be me.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna eat these Dior's up, man, just because his name's on it. They're gonna eat them up.
Yeah. Shout out Travi. Everybody's getting their bags. Shout out AD. He was the first athlete to sign with Donda Sports. I'm excited to see what they do.
You might get a custom like basketball cleat. That might be kind of hard, or like a 350 cleat.
Remember when they had like the
Yeah.
turtle dove cleats and stuff
Yeah.
like that? They banned them.
They banned them. Yep.
Maybe to let them bring them back.
Yeah, hard pass. I don't know. We're just
All right.
we're scrolling through.
Yeah,
but
I think we're out of things that we'll talk about other than those stage haze that came out are still sitting on shelves.
they are. But I can't wait to see what Jared does with his pair.
Yeah.
He's customizing a pair right now. Like from where he's at now, they're kind of crazy.
Man, if they'd have just kept it a little bit more simple.
I mean, those are simple.
I mean, I just don't like the gray suede on the back.
I love the gray suede. I wish it was up on the collar too.
Okay, if they'd have done that, that'd have been cool.
Yeah.
Or if they'd have went the reverse, that'd have been
Correct.
cool.
With the white.
Yeah.
On the, yeah.
Yeah. I just
Those
don't
bleach
like
corals. Bleach corals are hard though. I don't care what you say. Willis.
Okay, so one last question before we wrap things up. For the guys who are thinking about because some of our viewers are collectors, some of them are resellers. For those guys that are kind of scared right now or uncertain, let's say, about the future of the market and the sneaker market and reselling and values and all this stuff, because some people got a lot of money wrapped up in their collection. A lot of people were bought, at the high.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with the housing market right now. Same thing with a lot of things. If you had any advice for them, what would it be?
Position yourself to be in a spot where you can buy, where you're always a buyer, right? Even when the market is low and high, you can always have some kind of liquid cash to be able to buy, to take advantage of the market right now at its low. You know what I'm saying? So take for instance, I was looking at some origin story Air Jordan 1 highs, and they were going for like $1,100 before the market went down, took its little dip, and now they're like around $7 last time I checked. So you're saving $300 right there. So if you're in a position to buy, you know what I'm saying, and you can hold for a little bit until the market goes back up, you can buy those at $700. You're saving $700. You're saving $300 per shoe. If you could buy a couple of those when the market goes back up, you can profit. I mean, it's just like any other industry. You kind of want to set yourself in that position to where you have liquid cash to buy. You don't always want to tie your money up in too much inventory.
Right. If it were me, if you have things that are like mid that you think are going to drop, I'm not saying liquidate it all because some of it might come back. Trade it in for something that will hold value or go back up when the market kind of recovers.
Yeah, I kind of think that if you have a ton of shoes that you love and they mean something to you and it's like a part of your collection, I would put all that stuff aside and not even consider the value of the shoe, because that's the love of the game, right? And then anything else, like all this stuff that you've been, like people have been buying and hoarding and holding and whatever, like I think that stuff, if it were me and I was in a position where I didn't have, you know, that like let's say that much cash, I would either consolidate all my like cheaper middle of the road shoes into some, like, let's say you had 100 pairs of shoes. I'd take those 100 pairs of shoes and I'd basically put them into like 10 shoes that I knew were going to be solid investments for the next 5 years. Because even in the sneaker market, in the real estate market, and all these different, there's always going to be ups and downs. You're always going to see it. The housing market did the same thing, right? I bought my first house in 2010. It was right after, you know,
After 08.
right after everybody
in
was
the
getting
recovery.
foreclosed on, right? It was, I wouldn't even say we could consider a recovery, because it was like literally the people had that, the bank took their house, you know? Now that house is worth 4 times what it was worth, or 4 times what I paid for it. But since then, it's gone up and down, right? And I think everybody who's buying things right now is not in the best position, especially if you're like, I mean, dude, there's like houses and shoes and stuff that I think are so overvalued. And then there's things that I think are super undervalued. Like, I mean, if you're looking at like a Cool Gray 11 right now, some sizes you can buy on StockX for below retail. I don't think that Cool Gray 11s are going to hit the outlets. But like we were talking about with like the Heritages or these Stone Sages or things like that, like if you're just looping stores and just buying these things, holding them, thinking that they're going to just go up, I mean, maybe you're right and I'm wrong, and you know, it could end up paying off. But I think things are already starting to kind of slow down in, let's say, if it's not a necessity, right? Because people have to buy gas.
Yep.
They have to buy like clothing, food. Yeah. Like when it gets really cold, I remember shopping at the thrift store during the recession, like going and finding a coat, you know, go find like, you know, some stuff when things were like really, really bad. I remember there were people who like I knew, like friends of mine, whose dad had the lake house and 3 brand new cars in the driveway and a nice house, and worked at GM Powertrain and was making a ton of money, and overnight everything was gone. It seemed like the house was gone. Kids did, you know, everybody was moving into an apartment together. Kids had to drop out of school. It's like things can flip really quick. And if you're a young new reseller and you never seen it before, you don't realize how things can quick, or how quick things can flip, then it might scare you when that does happen. But just know that things will get better. They always do. They always have. And it's kind of like what Chris said. If you position yourself in a place where when, you know, everybody's scared and you're the one that's buying, then you could end up in a good position, you know, a few years down the road. So,
And also being smart on what you're buying, right? Because like in the housing market, right, you can buy a bunch of fucking nice quote unquote looking houses on shit ass land, you know, and get
That's all
screwed.
location.
Exactly, you always
location.
hear that. So it almost applies to like almost in every market. You have to know the market, right? You have to do your research. So if you're just buying middle of the line, middle tier shoes, and you're investing all your money in that stuff, then I mean, when the market dips and it takes a crash, you're going to be hurting. Then if you were to do your research and historically invest in stuff that you know will do well, colorways that will do well, because you're in the culture and you understand, right?
like think about the Mocha One highs,
Right.
right? Like how many pairs are there left out there still actually? You know, there's no way for that to really tank that bad,
Right.
Right.
Because there's not enough people that are willing to just unload them. Whereas like if you have a GR where they made 1 million pairs of them and they're getting dumped on the marketplace, you could go from, it could be it's like anything. It's like Cold Grays, it's like those UNC 6s, like they were selling for $350 to $450, and now you can buy them both for basically retail because there were so many produced. Like I think these Travis Scott One Lows that are coming out, I've seen stock numbers reporting between 100,000 120,000 shoes. when you're only talking about that many pairs in the whole world, there's definitely more than 100,000 people that want that shoe.
Correct.
So I think those are a much better investment.
I mean, he had people going for the Air Max ones. He had 1 million entries in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like, this is going to be nuts.
Yeah, and they're proving, like, you can't just slap Off-White or Travis Scott to just anything and it stick. It's like, I mean, we're looking at, for example, we got those Off-White Air Forces in the store.
Yeah.
Those are selling for what, about retail?
Yeah. Some below. Those things are boo-boo.
Some below retail, right? We got some Travis Scott trainers in the store.
Like vampire shit, dude. Just like bloodthirsty, just sucking
Oh, for sure.
culture out of shit.
Yeah. But, I mean, those Air Maxes, you know, some people, I mean, I think those are hot. I think that's a hot shoe.
too.
I think it's an undervalued shoe, too. I think part of the reason why they're going for so low is because they're just pumping so much stuff out at one time and just kind of like, you know, I think that's a shoe that could be a good investment. And if you had some, because what are they, like $350, $400, $450 depending on the colorway?
Yeah.
So if you had like, let's say 2 Jordan 1 Heritages and you could walk into somewhere and trade 2 of those for one of those Travis Scotts, like that's a better investment to me,
Yeah, 100%.
you know?
Yeah.
And same thing, I mean, I know girls that are, you know, in the DMs like, hey, I want this shoe. And it's like, and it's because Kylie wore them.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
So Kylie wore that, what is it, the Baracco? Or I can't.
Baroque.
Baroque. I'll keep going to call it the Baroque. The Baroque colorway. Kylie wore a pair. Now every girl wants them. So, I mean, there's still going to be those things. It's just, I think, just not every shoe is going to sell out. There's outlets. There's going to be a lot of opportunities at outlets. There's going to be a lot of opportunities in closeout liquidation, past season stuff. There's just, you know.
Be smart.
Yeah, you just gotta be smart. I mean, and we work off of percentages, so it's not even for us. I don't think this is gonna affect us at all because we're just gonna be able to sell shoes for less and still make our money. Like it doesn't matter if we sell $5,000 or $10,000 in shoes. It doesn't matter if that's 200 pairs of shoes or 100 pairs of shoes. I actually think we do better when prices are lower
Yeah, 'cause
because
you can sell more. It's more velocity.
yeah, more velocity opens up our market a little bit more. More people are able to walk in the store and feel less intimidated by the pricing, and so yeah, I think people like stores like us are gonna do well. I feel bad for everybody who's out there charging $350, $400 for a pair of mids, and you know, $800 or for a pair of Wave Runners or $500 for a pair of Zebras. Like these guys are just not going to survive.
Yeah, I mean, they're not being flexible with the market. You have to be flexible with the market. The market dips. You have to dip on your prices as well to stay competitive, right? Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah, I mean, people come in. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, some of the stuff in the store does seem overpriced, right? But it's because we don't reprice our shoes every day, and the market it's constantly fluctuating. So we are flexible where if you come up and you're like, hey, yo, I want this shoe, but on StockX, it's this much money. Okay, well, let's see how much it's actually going to cost you to get it from StockX. And if we can actually break even or lose a couple dollars, but make you happy and get that shoe in your hands and keep you as a customer, we're willing to do that. A lot of shops are not willing to do that because they're not for the culture. They're not for the people. And I think that's kind of our customer service and the way that we handle business with the people that support us. That's what sets us apart from everybody else, and that's what's gonna make us win.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's the mindset of the shop. You know, instead of trying to penny pinch on that one shoe, you know what I'm saying? We're able in a good position where we're able to get, we're able to find them. You know, we do hard work and we have good connections with people. We're able to get the quantities and stuff like that of the shoes that we need for the store. And we don't have to penny pinch on that one shoe, so we're not as stubborn. We can work with you. If you are the smart consumer, you come up and you know what you're talking about and stuff like that, and work out a deal with you.
Yeah,
Tell you what,
because
man found me a pair of GPSs.
Yeah.
They came out. They're in the back right now
for a great price.
for a real good price.
Yeah, I mean, and granted, like those things, they were what, double what we paid for them 2 weeks ago.
They were $800 like the week of release, people got their pairs. They were down to like 5. We got them less than that.
Well, you could say what you got them for if you want to. You can let them know.
Yeah, let them know.
380.
$380.
380.
That's a great
It's still
price.
a lot, but for a shoe that's still going for $500-600.
100%.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, and I already got something to trade for, so I'm not really paying 380 because I had to.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You guys, people always ask, like, how do you obtain these shoes and stuff like that? Like, what do you do to obtain these shoes? A lot of us, we trade up for stuff. So we
Right.
acquire shoes, we wear them, we take really good care of them. That's the biggest part, taking care of your investment, right? You got to think of these shoes as investments or wearable, investments. So if you take care of them and stuff like that, and you're able to get a good dollar at them, also being smart on what you're buying and then taking care of it as well, it holds its value. So you're able to trade up for something else, something
And
more.
If there's something and I don't hit my size, I'll get a different size. Like I'll get a size 7 if I can. Base size. It's always going to be up. It's always going to be a more expensive size. And I'm trading in a New Balance, one of the Kith New Balances. And I'm really actually paying like $180.
That's another thing I want to touch on a little bit too, is when we first started Soul Status in 2019, people wanted NMDs, Pharrell NMDs. They wanted Yeezys. Nobody wanted Jordans.
Nope.
It was like, I want to say like 80% of the shoe wall at the old shop was Yeezys and Pharrells
Yeezys and Jordan
Adidas.
1s. That was Jordan 1 wave was still
But
going.
Jordan 1s were like the only Jordans on the wall. For sure. That was like 20% of the wall, right? And then after COVID, Last Dance, and everything, it went the complete opposite direction. 100%. And it was all of a sudden 80% Jordans and 20% Yeezys. And don't get me wrong, Yeezys still sell. They still sell.
350s were still going nuts in Sylvania.
Yeah, 350s are still going nuts.
700s to a degree.
Wave runners, maybe like
Inertias.
There was like a handful of colorways, but I feel like that was more of like the seasoned sneakerhead that was buying 100%. That shoe. And then once they just started coming out with, like obviously, like we said, like I was selling slides for $80 when they first came out. So now it's flooded, and $80 doesn't sound like that crazy. But when we were talking about it, when people were paying $350, $400 for them,
Yep.
and we were selling them for, just like not even 8 months before that for $80. It's just I guess what I'm trying to say is like things are going to constantly change as long as you're flexible and you change with the times and you understand that like everything trends, right? I've seen dunks, like especially SBs, come and go probably 4 or 5 times.
Dunks used to sit. Dunks used to sit in outlets.
Yeah, literally. You could buy them for $60 for some
Yep.
SBs, $50, $40.
And now Pandas are the new Air Force One.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Kylie wearing SBs with, her being connected with Travis and older SBs and stuff like that. I mean, that's basically a dunk, without the Zoom Air and stuff like that, and fat tongue and laces. And so Nike capitalized on the dunk wave, right?
And they're flooding it.
Yeah, and they're going to pimp it out and, make
give
as
you
much
less
money.
technology and take off,
Yeah, it probably cost them like $16 to make that shoe.
Landed.
literally.
That's all right. I mean, just understand that things are going to change.
Yeah.
There's always going to be an opportunity for you to be able to capitalize on wherever the disparity in the market is, right? And I don't think that sneakers, the culture, reselling or collecting or any of that is going anywhere forever. Like I think it's just going to continue to grow, especially as more developing nations and countries get into it, and they're all influenced by the U.S. market and kind of seeing what happens here. We saw that with China this last year, and obviously COVID has had some really bad effects on our economy and our countries and politics and everything, and we're still feeling the effects of that, and we're going to for a while. But just say keep your chin up and
Stay flexible.
yeah, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Happy hunting, kids.
Yeah. So what's the question?
What was the name of the pizza place Mike owned?
There you go.
I like it.
That's a perfect one.
I like it.
Really appreciate you guys all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. comment down below with the answer to that question because it's $40 coming your way probably. There's a 50-50 chance on this last drawing. So, I mean,
The money.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely check us out. Like I said, check out the other videos that posted today. Aaron Donald was just a few days ago. The geared up video or the fit video with Jared, Chris, and Mike. That was actually a really fun video. I enjoyed watching it during my lunch break at work. So go check those out. Leave some more suggestions about what you'd love to see, and we will try to make that happen. But until next week, guys, we are out of here for the long form thing. We'll catch you then.